All right. Work, study, chill, hang out, wine, whiskey, water, whatever you want to bring to the table here this morning. It's Saturday morning. I know. I got my Red Bull. I'm here.
You drink
Uh
a lot of those. Aren't you bouncing off the wall from drinking those?
what you see me once a day, if that, and I have one. What do you
That's
mean I
because
drink a lot?
even if even if I see you 2 or 3 times in Zooms, you usually have one going.
Yeah, so I wake up at about 4 a.m.
Oh,
and
wow.
then I'll have one about 8 a.m. and then I might have one like again in the afternoon, if I've got a lot of Zooms that day or whatever. So yeah, I can drink two or three of them. But here's the deal. This is the funny part. Coffee, Red Bulls, stuff like that,
Mhm.
it doesn't excite me. Like
Oh,
I
it
don't get
doesn't.
I don't get like, yeah. Um, like if I take NyQuil, it doesn't knock me out.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like my body's just kind of funny like that. So
My husband and sister can drink 5 pots of coffee,
yeah,
have a extra strong espresso 2 minutes before they go to bed, and
yeah.
my husband head hits the pillow when he's out.
Yep. I used to drink coffee and it was all day long. I would have a hot cup of coffee right before bed and go immediately to sleep. It's like it actually does almost
The
relaxes me.
opposite.
Yeah.
I used
Yeah.
to drink a whole pot of coffee after dinner.
Oh yeah.
I don't do that anymore, but
Well, when I got my stomach surgery, my taste buds changed. And I don't like coffee anymore. It's too like when I use creamers and stuff like that, it's just like too much.
Mhm.
Um, and the only thing I can drink that goes down easy is these. So
Ah.
yeah, it's really weird. It's weird. So I found out some information, you guys. You remember I was talking about the creator assistant the other day, and I couldn't figure out why some people had it and some people didn't. I got the answer. Well, right? 10,000 followers or more. So if you don't have 10,000 followers, that's why it's not popping up. Lisa, what are you doing here? You guys, she's in
Hold
Kansas.
on. Sam's on vacation.
Oh,
Hi, guys.
hey! How are you? Are you on a live?
She's on her Zoom.
No,
I'm trying to get it onto speaker, you
Yeah.
guys.
How funny.
It's just a work study that we do every other Saturday for my community.
So, oh, you're on a Zoom. Oh, okay. How cool.
Yeah, there's Michelle, you guys.
Hello. How are you?
Oh,
How
Isn't that
fun.
I know. Are you guys having fun?
We are. Yeah, we're getting ready to map out Glenn's $1 million community here.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's why I was surprised to see you guys jump on. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. What is she doing?
we just walked in, so I'm gonna put my headphones in and I'm gonna listen, and I'm gonna half listen to her mapping out Glenn's.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Love you guys.
That's so awesome.
Bye.
Very cool.
How fun.
Yeah.
Did you want the trunk? I want to grab my iPad.
So I'm gonna put you, Lisa, I'm gonna put you on mute, okay, babe? Okay. So anyway, when you go to TikTok Studio, right? We were talking about this a couple times this week. When you hit the TikTok Studio, evidently that little tool or whatever does not show up unless you have more than 10,000 followers.
That's what Gail said yesterday.
And I'm like, yeah, I did some more research after Gail had mentioned it, right? And I was like, well, I would think that it's people that have like less than 10,000, it would be super helpful to.
We're not stuck in our ways that when we're low and just starting. That
Yeah.
would be more helpful
Yeah.
for us than someone who's stuck in their ways and made millions of dollars already.
Right. So, Jenny, I don't think you were on, but anyway, just to kind of show you guys, when you do get more than 10,000 followers, it's called the Creator Assistant, and it's on your TikTok studio. and it will help you, and it kind of goes through your analytics of your videos, and it kind of just says, have a stronger CTA, do this, do that. So this creator assistant, and the cool thing about it is, check this out. When you tap on the view all, it literally is like ChatGPT. Do you see it working on my videos right now?
Yeah. You could just be beta testing it too.
Yeah, they could be. They
and
could
and
be.
if it works good for you guys, they could then start rolling it
Absolutely.
out to lower and lower and lowering the number slowly.
Hope
Absolutely.
so.
And
Because
that's what I'm
more,
thinking. That's what I'm thinking they're doing, is they're throwing it out to people that have more than 10,000, but then they'll go ahead and release it, because this is only like 2 weeks old. Like, so this is super new. But the really cool thing is once you do get access to it, it's literally going to go through the analytics of your videos, and then it's going to say, like this one says, increase in your video posts have led to a positive impact for engagement. And then it says, to further boost favorites, consider adding a clear call to action in your video description. So it actually gives you little things to add to your videos to help you according to the algorithm.
Since
So
you said that, I've been putting my call to action in my description
yeah,
too now.
I really,
It hasn't made a difference yet, but that's only been a couple of days.
yeah, you never know, right?
speaking of engagement, for
What's
those
that?
who are doing, well, like if you're doing the 30-day run,
Yeah.
don't forget to make the first comment so that we can video it back.
Oh,
People are
she's switching gears here, you guys. She's switching gears.
I
Okay,
did.
repeat that.
When you're making your reply video to the 30-day challenge question, you must make the first comment so we can video it back to you.
Okay. So she's just mentioning, like, when I was doing those 15 days last month, you guys, you know how the very first comment I did in all caps and kind of did the question so that when you guys hit reply, it would be there for you. A lot of people aren't doing that. So that's why she was talking about that. So Elisa, okay, it's called Creator Assistant, and it works kind of just like ChatGPT. So if you go to your profile and hit TikTok Studio, here's the deal. They're saying they've only given it to people with 10,000 or more. But like these guys were saying, that it may just be like beta testing right now, and you guys are going to get it. But anyway, it helps you according to the algorithm and your videos, right? So like right here in blue, what it tells me is it says your increased posting frequency is paying off. To further boost engagement, consider adding a call to action in your video descriptions. So then it also goes on to say, try experimenting with different content formats to capture attention within the first 5 seconds. So if I go right here and I hit view all, it literally will give me a kind of just like ChatGPT. See how it's working? It's right now scanning my videos and going through the analytics of my videos to give me suggestions.
Okay. I heard that part. I just didn't know where you
Yeah,
were. I was getting my
super
iPad.
cool.
Okay.
It's
I'm gonna look.
Yeah, it's super cool, right? And then once that's done, down here at the bottom, you can literally type in a question. It also says, how can I become more popular? Why are my recent videos getting bad performances? How do I make money on TikTok? Tell me more, stuff like that. So I would say another week or so. I think they're just going to push it out to everybody. I would hope so anyway.
Yeah, you never know. I mean,
Yeah.
people are going live at 100 followers.
I know.
So
I know. Yeah, absolutely. So I just wanted to, and you should share that like with Jacqueline and Michelle, and maybe if Glenn, if they have, I know Michelle has over 10K, but it's
Yeah.
new and it's so helpful because it literally tells you like, you forgot a hook, you forgot a call to action. I was playing with it and I was like, holy crap. It is pretty cool. It's
That
pretty-
is, I'll see if Michelle has it on her phone if
Yeah,
I don't
it's
have it
called-
on mine.
Yeah, it's called Creator Assistant.
Creator Assistant. Okay, I'm gonna go look.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, of course. And it'll have that little blue box in the TikTok studio. Kind of looks like that. Okay. So, this week we'll kind of now that we're off that topic, we'll come back to what Susan was mentioning. She was talking about the 31-day challenge, right? Where we're all kind of picking days and we're all creating videos and all that good stuff, right? So I wanted to see, today is the what, 10th?
Yes.
Okay. So today is, oh, Tanya. So Tanya's going to be creating that video today, which is cool, right? Then
Mhm.
she'll go back. So if any of you guys in here have not picked a day to create a video that we can go and like, comment, save, watch the video all the way through, and we can also reply to it, making our own videos for engagement. But anyway, there is some days open. I kind of wanted to mention that. Day 17's open, the 20th, 22nd, 24, 25, 27, 29, and 30. So there's like 7 days still open. If you guys haven't put your name down yet, just comment your name. And then on that day, that very day, like today's the 10th. So on the 10th, you could put your name. Then you would go and record this video, right? So I wanted some opinions. For those of you that have created these videos, Susan, have you seen good responses to those videos or
I do see good responses on those. Those usually get more than my regular posts.
Oh, I love it. Good. Good.
They get just the engagement part. I noticed it really boosts you. So wherever you can, I would be hitting the reply and using the camera to tape your thing because it does.
Absolutely.
It's a huge boost on both of my on the new account that I started.
Yep.
Those were higher than my regular ones, and on my main account, I went back to again. It's top shoe higher than anything else.
Yeah.
People think they're
So,
fun. They don't make a video,
yeah.
but they think it's fun, and so they'll answer, and so you get more engagement because you're not talking rocket science. You're not making them go deep into their feelings.
Yeah.
Like Tanya's taco one.
Yeah, the shrimp tacos. Yeah. And that's what we were talking about, right? Is like it doesn't have to be all about the business all the time. This is about engagement. What can we do to hit other algorithms and just have some fun? Really, right? So let me share this. I did the video yesterday, right? So for anybody that doesn't know what we're doing or is curious what we're doing, right? It's pinned in our little community so you can read the instructions and stuff, but no worries guys on the internet are jumping in and out. But this was my video yesterday. Other people do bugs
Amy,
shit out of you. Yes.
sorry, I thought that I was muted. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. All right. What is one thing that other people do that bugs the shit out of you? It irritates you so badly. For me, it's when people give you information, but they don't look at both sides of the situation. So whenever they hear something or see something, they only think that to be true. For me, it bugs the living crap out of me because I want to know the other side of it. So why? Why did somebody do that? How did that happen? How come you feel that way? This happens all the time. So anyway, I'll just kind of leave it at that. Know what your opinion is. Put it in the comments and I'm gonna comment back to you. So ideally, you would come across my video knowing that I just created this video. I put the link in the comment, right? In the pinned post. You would come, you would like it, you would
One thing that other people do.
you would save it and make sure you watch the video all the way through because we need that. This is going to be really important. When you go to comment, right? When you go to comment, this is the biggest thing, right? You can make a comment on there, but then you can also record it. Obviously, I can't do it on my own. But you would comment on here, but you can also hit the little the reply, and that's going to give you the question up there. Now you record that video and see how much engagement you can get. So
It's kind of a win-win for everybody because you get the extra engagement, I get the extra engagement. The
all right,
next
what is
person doesn't
one?
get the extra engagement.
Absolutely. And you know how I'm always saying it's not about just getting, it's
Mhm.
about giving too. So
Yeah.
now the algorithm's actually seeing you, you're getting comments, you're getting saves, you're getting likes, they're watching your video. That's going to alert the algorithm, hey, something's going on over there. And they're going to start pushing your other videos out, right? So normally when I do these kind of videos on my own, I do kind of bring it back to the business somehow, some way, like, but it's okay to just throw something out there, a simple question. If you were on a deserted island and you could only have 3 things, what would that be? This is just to kind of show your personality and who you are, right? Like, so people can get to know you too, but you're having fun with it.
And because they're so short,
Yeah,
people actually end up watching them a couple times, so it boosts your algorithm in that way because you get more points. Because we're not making 30-second comments.
absolutely.
Bye, Lisa.
Have fun, babe.
So it makes a difference in what you're doing. Like I
It
find
does.
it's great, and I get great responses on it and on them.
Put her down for the 17th. Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put her in there. Yeah, I mean, what did the rest of you guys think?
Getting feedback on them too. The one that I did, and then the one that when I've commented. But I noticed that I tried to do one yesterday, and what Susan was saying too is the person hadn't put their own comment, and I couldn't do a video response. They have to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is kind of hard, right? If we don't type in the question, because then sometimes the recorder, we can't hit reply to get that recorder on there, right?
But I'm
So
finding it kind of fun too to think about it. My thing on past life or future, the time travel. I spent a lot of time thinking. It was like, oh, that's fun. I've got a couple of other ideas so that if we do it again too.
and this is again, this is our businesses are supposed to be about helping others and having fun and it not be all about the sale, right? So this is showing different parts of us and I think it's amazing. I think it's fun. I think it helps each and every one of us, and you get new followers from it. You get more engagement from it. The algorithm's looking at you. So is this only for TikTok or can it be on Insta? Yeah, absolutely. So, do you have a TikTok account or no? Out of curiosity.
Sorry, was trying to find the unmute.
Yeah, no worries.
I have a TikTok account, but I don't ever really use it.
Okay.
And I'm trying to do faceless on Instagram, so I don't know if that'll work.
No, here's my suggestion. Okay. So go to the pinned post that says May 31 day challenge, right? You can literally click on the link that each of us are putting in there. Okay. Just watch the video
Uh-huh.
and write down what we're asking. And then go over to your Insta and repeat that. Does that
Does it
make
make-
sense?
So make the same video, the same question?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because what people were doing, like I had some other people that weren't on TikTok, right? So they couldn't reply to that. So what they did is they just reenacted the same video. I kind of
Okay.
gave them something to do, right? So, like my video yesterday was, what is one thing that irritates you about other people? So that would literally be, you just take that and put that into words on your Insta. What is one thing that irritates you about other people? And then let that go away and then give your answer. Let that go away and then please comment and let me know. And I would love to hear your opinion or something, something like that. And see if this can get you more engagement.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any followers.
Yeah, no, and that's what this is all about. It's not about a sale. It's not about promoting the legacy. It's only for engagement purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, you don't have to unless you want to reply to these. But by clicking on it in the pin post inside of our little community, you can at least see what the video was about and then recreate it on your own.
Okay. And does everybody have a different question?
Yeah,
So you can pick
Yeah.
which question you want to recreate.
absolutely.
Okay.
Everybody gets, like, day 1 is Susan, day 2 is Jenny, day 3 is Gail, day 4 is Larissa. So everybody's picked their own day and they ask whatever they want to ask.
And you don't mind if I recreate that?
No,
That question.
no,
Okay.
that's what we did last month. I did all the videos last month for 15 days.
Yeah.
And the people that weren't on TikTok literally just recreated my video on Instagram or Facebook.
Okay.
And Gail, you're doing that, right? On Facebook?
Been doing it on Facebook, but I think I should. I'm doing it on TikTok, but I think I will start doing it on Facebook too.
Yeah, yeah. And you can see it says on there, like if you're not on TikTok, each one of the ones I did last month, I said, if you're not on TikTok, just recreate this video
Yeah.
with your words or whatever,
I
right?
think I may put it both on there and on YouTube.
Yeah, why
But
not?
I'm building my 2 TikToks. That's good.
Yeah.
That's right now my focus is both of my TikToks.
Absolutely. And maybe you don't say exactly what that person said, but you
Same idea.
tweak it a little bit, or it
Make
gives
it your
you an
own.
idea to add something, or oh, no, not this, but let me, it'll at least give you ideas. Yeah.
Yeah, let us know if you want us to pick a second one to do if it gets so that people don't get a chance to pick, because I want everybody to have a chance.
Everybody's had plenty of opportunity. We're already 10 days into it. Go grab another
Okay,
one.
I'll pick another
Yeah.
day then too.
Absolutely. I would love for you guys to do 2, 3, 4 of them. Absolutely.
Okay,
It's
sounds
been 10
good.
days in, so yeah. And the only reason I did yesterday's is because nobody had taken it, right? So I'm just gonna fill in if it's not filled in. That's it. Yeah. Okay. So I had asked a question, I don't remember, Tuesday and Friday maybe, or I don't know, but I had asked, what's one thing or one part of your story that you haven't added yet, but could add this next week? Does anybody have any ideas? This could be like a theme, like instead of talking about retirement, Gail, you could go with a different part of your story. Not enough savings because of XYZ. You want to take kids on vacation, you want to travel more, whatever it is. And then you run with that topic all next week. And your pain point and problem videos all are based off of that topic.
Can travel, because right now, yesterday and today, I'm looking at booking another cruise.
There
And
you
so
go. So,
I'm cruise minded right now.
yeah, well, I hear a lot, like I sometimes I just don't know what to talk about. So what if one of your main 5 things, right? You pick one of those and base it all week off of that same story, but each video is different for the week,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if I'm talking about being a single mom, let's say that I picked that all next week, my videos on the pain point or problem, right, are going to be about me being a single mom. So all of those videos are going to have that topic in there. So this is just an idea, you guys. This is something that I'm seeing. It's kind of got an uptick right now, especially on TikTok. Their series, like, series 1 through 7 about the downfalls or the struggles of a single mom, right? So it's a 7-day series of videos where you only talk about being a single mom. You guys, does that make sense? Susan does a series of medically not being able to work anymore, getting out of the truck, right? So the next 5 or 7 videos that she does, because she does one of those every day, there you go, right, is all going to be based off of that, the struggles, the pain points of that. What do you guys think? Yeah, you like that kind of a series of them?
Yep.
I mean, think about this, right? And this is kind of what I was thinking about because I'm seeing a lot of people doing these. If you have 5 things that you repeatedly talk about over and over and over and over and over again, right? That would be 5 weeks worth of content. If you took one of those each week, right? So it's just a thought. And I thought I would throw that out there because I'm seeing, and you literally will put on there, like I said, struggles of being a single mom, series. And you put the words on the video, day 1 or day 2.
Title then? Should we use that
Yeah.
as a title to catch attention?
Absolutely. Because it makes people want to inquire. Or let's say they catch day 3 and they're like, well, where's day 1 and day 2? So then they go back and they find day 1 and they find day 2. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
People have FOMO, the fear of missing out. I know I do, right? I get on my Facebook now. This is funny, you guys, and I watch a couple different things. But anyway, I watch 3 different types of videos, right? One of them is a guy that gives away stuff to homeless people. And he goes and he blesses them and takes them shopping and gets them a shower, stuff like that. Okay. But if he ever does a part 1, 2, 3, or like a series, he's been doing these with certain individuals where the very first day he takes them and gets them some new clothes. Then the next week he comes and gets them their IDs and their birth certificates again. And then the next week he gets them a motel because they have job interviews, right? So I follow that for over 4 weeks to where he helps them get on their feet again. And I'm telling you, I caught the first one on week 4 and it drove me crazy. I literally went through all of his videos to get to the first part of it because I wanted to know what was being said on the first part of it, right? So these are just some random thoughts. Come on, spitball, guys. Talk to me. What do you think? I mean, this is just something, a suggestion that, I don't know.
What could,
regarding like the single mom. I was a single mom, I'm a grandma now, being 78, obviously I'm not. But I could do that and say, these are the things I remember, the struggle that I had. So I could still do that, couldn't I?
Well, you could absolutely, right? And you can pick any of these topics. It's based off of you and your 5 things that
But it
you
could be my past though,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I'm gonna do
Okay.
a series on what I wished I would have done.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have saved more for this. I wish I would have done this when I was a single mom. I wish I would have done that. Each day can be a different wish. If
like
I knew then what I know now, series. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So you're running this series and it's 5 to 7 days. Right? Like I said, I'm just spitballing this, you guys. I've been kind of going through my head about different options we could try. Do you guys have any suggestions? Like anything you guys can think of? Go ahead, Lynn.
Yeah, what you just said, that's really great. And then to add to it, how much that really still bothers me,
Yes. Yeah,
that it just stays with you. And it's very, that, to stress the intensity of it.
absolutely. Right.
Mhm.
And look, any human being has regrets, right? There's another one, a series on regrets. Over the next week, I'm going to do a series of videos on my 7 biggest regrets. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
But it's going to intrigue people.
Mhm.
It's going to give a sense of urgency to find day 1 or day 2 if they see day 5 or whatever, if you're doing it in an order like that. But here's the other thing. Why does anybody want to make money online? Because there's a struggle somewhere. It's what leads us here. There's a reason. We've got a problem and we need to get it solved, right? And that's why we come in now that we have the business, is we're trying to help other people. So if we do a series like this, it just shows who we are, where we came from, what we've been through or are going through, and why we're starting an online business.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. It really is. 'Cause
I
it-
think so.
it shows everyone, how legacy builders and this community is different.
Yes, absolutely. And this is the biggest thing. I say it all the time, right? It's all about the connection,
Mhm.
and that's huge for people. Well, how better for them to connect with you than really getting to know you?
Yeah,
You
always.
know? And if you're going live, check this out. Now I'm going to add even more to this. Okay. So let's say you do a 7-day series on a topic, whatever you choose. I'm going to pick on you, Larissa. Okay. The struggles of being a single mom. Okay. So you're going to do this starting, let's say tomorrow. Tomorrow's day 1 or Monday's day 1, whatever. But when you go live, that's how you start your live. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I've been doing a series of videos every day, 1 video a day, talking about the struggles of a single mom. So I would hope that you would go and check this video out, because I'm really proud of it. And I share a lot of myself in there, right? So you're live and you're telling people to go back to your videos, but then you really talk about what that video just talked about on your live, right? So just in case they haven't watched the video, now you're talking about it on your live as well. So you can follow up with both of them, first on your videos, then on your lives. And just mention it, talk about it, right? Not only that, but here's another thing. Somebody that's considering this online business and seeing what you're doing and really building a connection with you through these videos they're going, man, this is super cool. Like they do stuff like this. Like, and if she's doing this, she could teach me how to do stuff like this. So it shows your mentorship as well, right? So just throwing it out there, guys. Just throwing that out there.
You know, I think of the one one comes to mind that you did about the fear and the avoidance of going to the mailbox.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I mean, I could write a little ebook or something about, you know, opening the mail, going out to the mailbox, the stuff that comes in. Damn it, you know, my mail comes in at
Yep.
6 o'clock at night. You know, it's a holiday or it's a Saturday the next day, and you just think, you know, must you really send this to me at this moment? I mean, now I have the weekend to worry about it, and you know, it all gets compounded.
Or how many times have you been expecting a check in the mail?
Oh,
And you check in your mail 3 times a day, looking for the postman, waiting for that check because it's going to pay the bills, right? And you wait day after day for it, and you're trying to just, you know, I mean, stuff like that, right? These are all things we should be sharing. Absolutely.
yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead, Martha.
A thought came to me when you were talking about those topics that had kind of a negative bent to that.
Yeah.
I would add after that some positive thing, because
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
we don't want to fill people's heads with, you know, a big downer, but I think that's a good idea. I just got online and searched May 2025 daily holidays and observances for topics, or you know, even themes for the week, like couple appreciation day, frequent flyer day. Now that could go with the travel and the money for travel,
Yeah.
or not having the money for travel, you know, or maybe trips you took or wish you could have taken, you know. So that's a source, you know, special days. Almost every day of the whole year is some kind of day, you know, in some realm or culture. And so
Yes.
there's a source for things.
Absolutely. I love that, right? I mean, I know when I'm excited about something or I'm looking forward to doing something and I put a little fun into it, it helps me, right? So if you can have fun with something like this, it's not going to feel like a burden to go make a video, right? Oh, I got to figure out another topic and what am I going to say? And I'm going to have to edit it. And what am I going to, right? This is going to be fun. And kind of to tap into what you said, Marty, is the negativity. Absolutely. Because every one of your pain point or problem videos should always have a solution, right? Even though we may be talking about a struggle, we should always have a solution to it as well.
Because we're hope dealers. We're dealing out that hope.
Absolutely, right?
And
Absolutely.
what you talked about, the struggles of a stay-at-home mom, and I wrote down the struggles of a working mom, because I have said on some of my videos or lives that I felt like I reared my children from my desk through my babysitter. And that was very painful. You know, I missed out on a lot of things, and I wasn't even as close to my children as I could have been.
Absolutely, right? That's why I did this. That's why I walked away from those 2 jobs, right? Because I was a single mom of 3 kids. My ex-husband wasn't around. He lived 2,000 miles away. So, you know, that's absolutely, yes, I was a single mom, but I was also a working, struggling single mom. You know what I mean? I mean, dads, you know, I never suggest saying, I'm only talking to you single moms. Of course not, right? I always say, are you a single mom or dad? I always throw a dad in it because more men these days are starting to take on their kids. And it opens them up to the possibilities. Look, single dads have bought this from me before, and they've made a lot of money from it. I had one dad that he lost his wife in COVID. She died because of COVID. And he was trying to raise their 3 kids together. He purchased this and made like $5,000 extra. And he only wanted 500 extra. And it meant the world to him as a single dad.
What about a single grandparent?
There you
raising
go.
children?
There's so many topics that we could do these series on. So many. Right? It doesn't always have to be, I mean, look, it does, but it doesn't. Okay. If you're doing a series, you should always talk on something you know about. Okay. First and foremost, because I don't speak on things I don't know about. Right? I would never pretend to know how to be an electrician and then try to speak on it. But here's the deal. Many of the issues that people face out there today, we have faced it at one point in our lives or directly affected by it. Why not speak on it? Right? So, yeah, absolutely. I agree. I think it would be brilliant, you guys. And this is, like I said, this is just a total suggestion. But I think it would be fun.
And what about the stress? It could be funny too, about how we all being so negative in what we need in money, we say, oh my God, this is broken, that's broken, have to do this, have to do that. So, you are always trying to be an electrician,
Right.
everything that you can manage to find out about and learn and do yourself.
Absolutely.
And that could be a comedy.
I've always said I'm a single mom. I'm the plumber. I'm the taxi. I'm the cook. I'm all of the lawn care guy. I'm all of it, yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's 100% true, isn't it?
Yeah. We could even do videos, you guys, on funny things about shit we've been through, right? Like,
You gotta laugh.
what is something you've done to save money over the years, right? So you could say, I'm so cheap that I would wash foil, or I would re-wash plastic bags, Glad bags, Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can make this fun.
Yeah.
That would be a great video. What is something that you did to save money over the years, but you have to laugh about it now?
Mhm. Yes,
Well, for me, I literally have washed Ziploc bags to reuse them, right? So,
Amy,
yeah,
beginning to sound like an episode of I Love Lucy, isn't it?
yeah, absolutely. What, Marty?
I was going to tell you, I saw this really funny video. This woman was like this with her phone like this, digging in her purse, saying, I don't know what I'm going to do. I know I had my glasses. No, I know my phone is somewhere. I can't remember where I put my phone. And if I could just even find my glasses, I could see what's in my purse.
Oh God, yes. Yes.
I mean, that was so hilarious. And that could all be stress related because it's so funny.
Are you so stressed out that, and then you go digging through, I can't find my phone, I can't find my cup of coffee, I can't find my glasses. Yeah. Why don't we do this kind of stuff, you guys? Why are we not having fun with this?
Yeah, it's really hysterical. I had I this was a few years ago, but I knew this girl and she was really, really angry at her kids, and she was saying, why do you do that? I really need. She was looking for a pair of scissors. She was wrapping Christmas presents, and she was looking for these scissors, and she never found them. And it got to be Christmas Day and everybody was opening things. Well, believe it or not, somebody unwrapped paper with their present, and guess what was in there?
Oh, the scissors.
She did that herself, because it was just, she was so stressed. And, she was yelling at her kid to say, it's not funny to hide these things. I need them. And what did you do with that? Tell me or I'll kill you.
Yeah.
And, it was in the gift when somebody opened it up and said, "What
are
any
of you guys down to do videos like this? I mean, would this be something that you could do?"
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about, right? Like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
And that's my part too, is like we have to make it fun because I get in my head and I'm overthinking it. So I got to figure out a way to make it fun, jive it up a little bit.
Absolutely, right? Absolutely. Like, something as simple as, like Marty said, that I think I've seen that video before. Other people have done similar ones, and I think it's brilliant. And I laughed my ass off because I've done it. How many times I walk into a kitchen and go, what did I just come in here for? How many times
Right.
have we done stupid stuff like that we could actually record and people would find it hilarious?
Yeah, like
Mhm.
it happens, probably happens 10 times a day. And why is it that the minute you leave the room where you can't remember why you went in, you do
Yeah.
think of it?
Absolutely. And then on that video, you say, what is something that you've done that's funny? Put it in the comments, or reply to this video and let me know what it was that you did that you just had to laugh at yourself about. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it really just shows our personality and that it's not all about the freaking money. It's not all about the sale. Like it shows us that we can have fun while doing this.
Susan's
Right.
doing, and Susan's doing that kind of thing. I love watching
Yeah.
hers. She's got such a personality in
And
it.
I told her that
I have
I
too.
want to see more of that Susan, right? So she's
Yeah.
really been working on those and I absolutely
I love them.
watching them because it is. And she'll come up with these catchy phrases and I'm like, yes, 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 because that's what's going to stop the scroll.
They're
And then
much
once
more
they
fun.
stop on that one video, they're going to watch 3 or 4 of the other videos you have.
They're so much more fun too.
Yep.
Because and they're easier because it's me.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
I am a sarcastic, snarky bitch. Plain
And that's
simple.
okay.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is me. And I'm getting myself back now.
Yeah.
So I'm showing my snarky, sarcastic bitch. But everybody says they're great. And everybody goes, well,
Right.
when I need a laugh, I go to your posts first.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm getting the comments and everything. I just wish the
See?
algorithm, and I'm not I'm blaming it being in Canada and our government suppressing it a bit when they
Mhm.
took the offices out, that I'm not getting where I need to get.
I think your videos are great, and
Yeah.
I say keep doing them. You
I
just
am.
keep going because
One of them's going to hit,
absolutely, right? But
and I'm
now
going
that
live now.
now you're going live, and that makes such a difference. And I know there's a few of you in here that aren't going live consistently, but I'm telling you, it's the missing link. It really, really is. And together, the videos and the lives work together.
I was watching a Low Silver this morning.
Yep.
She said,
I paid her a lot of money to coach me for a very long time.
and I know that, which is why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah.
She said when you go live, like every day, that you're taking away the anticipation of going live. But I think it would still help the algorithm to go live every day,
Okay.
not every once in a
So-
while.
Here's the thing with Low. Low coaches. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And she absolutely can't stand digital products.
hmm
Okay. So anything that has to do with MRR or any of that,
hmm
she doesn't talk about, she doesn't like it. She's brilliant. She's great. She's fantastic. She was a professional soccer player. She's an amazing person. I was coached by her. I paid her a lot of freaking money.
Mhm.
But she does not and has never promoted products.
hmm
She promotes herself as a business coach to coach coaches, right?
Yeah.
So she thinks differently on those approaches,
Gotcha.
right? Here's the deal. Anybody in my lifetime that has ever sold any kind of product, whether it be McDonald's, the grocery store, or whatever, they put commercials out and they air every single day. not
Mhm.
just once a week.
Yeah.
Because the more exposure you can get to anything, right? And that's the way I see it. The more exposure you can get is going to help your business.
Yeah.
So,
I've been as a place when it tells you to put a location. I tried not using any,
right.
and they went lower, and then I was using US/Canada. It's usually like a border or crossing or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. I've seen
And
that.
I've been using those. Is that something?
I've always suggested not to use anything, but again, I don't live in another country. I live in the US, right?
Yeah.
If I lived in Canada, I would use probably the US because I want to hit the US algorithm, right?
Because I know when I was for my lives and everything, it says I'm 80% Canadian.
Okay, then maybe you need to
I'm
be
not
just
hitting,
Canada then.
yeah, I'm not hitting other algorithms.
Yeah, so I mean, this is kind of a loaded question. It's really about testing it.
Okay.
Maybe over the next few weeks, just do Canada for 2 weeks and then see what it does for you, and then switch it to just USA and
Mhm.
see if you can see the difference.
Mhm.
And then maybe after that you try with nothing again and see if it switches that up. I never have used it. I
Mhm.
always recommend against it because
Mhm.
you don't want to isolate yourself to only one specific place,
Yeah,
right?
that's why I was using US/Canada.
Yeah.
And I was getting further and I was getting Australia and I was getting those ones in there too, where a lot of my crowd was Australia. And then just using none, it just kind of put me back into
Mm.
just Canada.
I just test it. Maybe every week try something different and do it for a full 7 days and see kind of what you're seeing. Maybe
Mhm.
jot it down,
Yeah.
like just keep notes on it, but go through your analytics and really watch it from week to week, the last 7 days on each one of them and see where you're seeing, and whatever's best, stick with that, for a while.
And I know like I'm getting lots of comments on my stuff and it's still
Right.
not being pushed out. So there's got to be something. I'm not
Yeah.
hitting some type of algorithm.
Right.
And I can't have everybody saying my comments of my TikToks are good and
No,
then
they are.
not get anywhere and feel good about it. Something
Right.
has to be wrong. Like,
Well, the biggest part of that, you weren't going live.
yes.
So you weren't hitting those algorithms that you really needed to be hitting. But
Mhm.
now that you are going to start seeing a difference because it doesn't pick one specific algorithm. So if the account knows you're a make money online, you online business person, okay, they've already associated you to that. But when you go live,
Mhm.
it's sending you out all over. And that makes a difference, right?
Have you also noticed when you're like scrolling that you're getting a shit ton of ads? Like every other post last night was an ad for something.
No.
Hmm.
I don't think
In
so.
that too, Susan.
Hmm?
I've seen that lately too.
I don't know.
So then I have to go up into the search and put again my topics so that I'm getting when I'm scrolling to get the ones that I want.
Oh yeah. I don't know why it's doing that, but that's how they keep the doors open, right? Through ads. They get paid for those. So
Yeah, but not every other like not every
I
other.
don't know. I have no, I don't know.
I was wondering if I should reset because I was offline for a month, whether I should reset my algorithm or
Go
not.
ahead, try it. I mean, what's it gonna hurt at this point? You know what I mean? Refresh it. Yeah. Try it.
How do you do that?
We've went through it a few times, but let's go through it. So go to your profile, hit the 3 hamburgers at the top, go to your settings and privacy. Oops, I can't do it backwards. I'm not very good at that. Okay, settings and privacy, go down to content and go down to
Content purposes.
content preferences right here towards the middle of it. Tap on that. It'll say refresh your For You. That's how you do it.
And it says, want a refresh, want a fresh start, hit continue.
Yep.
This action cannot be undone, refresh. Oh, what does that
It
cancel?
takes you back to nothing. So now you've got to retrain it again.
Eh,
So now it's going to throw you back out to all the algorithms instead of just make money online or whatever, right? So now you can try to hit those other algorithms that you're looking for. It more or less is telling TikTok, I don't like who you've been sending to me. Give me different people. Give me different algorithms. That's what that is.
What reasons do you suggest I put?
Whatever. You don't like the people that they're sending you.
Irrelevant
They're-
content.
Yeah. It's whatever you feel like. What do you know?
What did you say, Susan?
Irrelevant content.
Thank you. And I couldn't find my location. I was looking around here in my settings to check what location.
You have to put it on each video. So
Oh,
after
okay.
you create your video, right before, like after the description, it says location and then you hit it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, before you post. So you can literally either choose the same one or each video choose a different one. It's, I just have never used them. I know people that have, especially people that are outside of the US. So yeah. Right. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys have an amazing Mother's Day. If you're not a
You
mother,
too.
I just hope you have a good weekend anyway. And we will be seeing you guys on Tuesday, Wednesday. I have a special speaker coming in, you guys, Roland. I believe it is this next week. I don't remember. It's in the calendar anyway. I believe it is. So he's going to do some mindset training, and Roland has worked on Wednesday. He'll be coming. He's worked with some big names out there, and he'll introduce himself, and it's all about mindset and motivation. So you guys will really like him. He's a cool dude.
What time?
It's 10:30 Pacific, 11:30 Mountain, 12:30 Central, and 1:30 Eastern.
I'm such a needy person, eh?
I
Just
guess
can't look
it's all
myself.
right. That's all right. No worries. Yeah. And then we'll see you guys Thursday and Friday again. Yeah, we got
So you're
4
not coaching Monday night? You're
Where?
not coaching Monday night?
Where?
In PGC?
No, not until the 26th and the 29th. I usually do the last week of every month.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to check and make sure because
Yeah.
I try to hit those ones more than
Yeah. Yeah. Nope. I've got the 26th and the 29th. If I don't get that last Monday and Thursday of every month, I usually will get the Thursday of the third week and then or something like that. But yeah.
The 26th is blank.
Yeah, because it's Memorial Day and Michelle was not going to have me do it. And then I said, I'm not doing anything anyway. And it's in the evening. So go ahead. So Michelle S is going to put it in there.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Happy
absolutely.
Mother's Day, everybody.
Yes.
Mother's
Have a great
Day.
weekend, guys.
Say thanks.
for your daughter.
Mother's Day, guys.
Yes. Go spoil yourselves if you have no kids around or they're too young to spoil you.
That
That's
part.
what I'm talking about.
Mine are definitely older.
Right. All right, guys. See you later.
Have a good
And I'm
weekend.
curious, I want to hear about these series if anybody starts them. I want to see.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I love it. Love it. All right, guys.